Hi, welcome back to Zack of All Trades. I'm Zack, and today I'm going to be making some hillbilly exercise equipment. It may come as a surprise to some of you, but I am not the type of guy who's likely to be found at a gym. Ever. I much prefer to just live an active lifestyle and get out and hike and walk and do stuff to help burn off that excess flab. However, as of late, things have gotten a little round, and I really need to do something about that. Once upon a time, earlier in my life, when I found myself in a similar state of unfitness, I had great success with MyFitnessPal app on the iPhone. MyFitnessPal is purely calorie counting, so you would put in every piece of everything that you ate during the day. Also put in every piece of exercise, walking, or believe it or not, there was even woodworking in there. One of the things that I learned from MyFitnessPal was that jumping rope burns an inordinate amount of calories. If I was at the end of the day and I wanted to have dessert, but I didn't have the calories to spare, what I discovered was that about 4 minutes of jumping rope would take up for that, and then I could have that piece of cake or whatever it was. So the upshot of that is that jumping rope is a fantastic full body workout. Alas, I gave the jump rope back to the dude that owned it, and he moved away. So now what do? I could spend $45 and buy a nice weighted ball bearing handled jump rope, or I could spend $20 on kind of a cheesy plastic jump rope, or I could spend no bucks and use the stuff that I already have and make a good ball bearing handled weighted jump rope. Which do you think I'm going to choose? First things first, the rope. Now clearly this is wire rope, but if you've ever used a nice quality jump rope, you know that many of them are made from exactly this. Coated, but wire rope nonetheless. This is one of those things that I rescued from a dumpster years ago, not entirely sure what the heck I was going to do with it, but hey, there's always a need for 1/4-inch stainless steel cable, right? Now I did some figuring, and I wound up 9 feet of this stuff, which is what I intend to use, and I determined that this weighs about 1/3 of a pound. So it's not going to be a heavy weighted rope, but it'll have a little bit of heft to it. And the thing about a weighted jump rope is that it increases your calorie burn. So the heavier the rope, the more calories you burn for the same given time. Now for the ball bearings. What did you do when you finally figured out that you weren't using those roller blades you paid so much money for? Did you throw them away? Did you give them away? I took mine apart and found that inside each of the wheels are 2 of these super nice little bearings. Also included, as you might expect, were the bolts and the spacers for said bearings. Now really all I need to do is come up with some handles. Press fit handles. Now after a little cleanup on the vertical sander, here's the first one. And there's the second one. Not too bad, huh? They will, of course, be cleaned of the burn marks. Now about this wire rope. Since I didn't have any ferrules on hand for this wire rope, I went ahead and grabbed the next best thing, a 3/8 inch nut, which actually works really well because the threads grab on the inside of it. Now this is not something that I would stake my life on as a weightlifting device, but it's good enough for a jump rope. Call that fairly well swaged, wouldn't you? So here it is. Swaged, clipped, bearings are doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's not coated with anything, any plastic or rubberized or anything like that, so if I whack my shins, I'm going to know about it. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. So here's my goal. This morning when I stepped onto the scale, it read 215.4. I'd like to be 191 pounds. For Navy fitness standards, that's the maximum that you're supposed to weigh for somebody of my height. What I'm going to do for the next 30 days is I'm going to incorporate 10 minutes of jump rope into my day, 6 days out of the week, and just see what sort of results I get from that. I know that this is not a total fitness program, but I'm just curious to see what I can do, what I can achieve just using 10 minutes out of my day jumping rope. I'm not going to change my diet. Our diet is already pretty healthy in our house, so that's my plan. I really appreciate you watching. I hope that this entertained you, inspired you, something. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Give it the thumbs up if you did. Give it the thumbs down if you did not, and I'll see you again real soon.